Hey, hey, how are you? Welcome to the party. We are going to make a door round. You know, I just love these. And I have to make a Christmas one, obviously. I can't be helped. So, let me see if I can really quick link my thing. And then we can get going. Alright, hello. Alright, so I'm using this color. It's called Oatmeal. It is a folk art chalk paint. I'm trying to not do complete full coverage with it and leave a little bit of the wood grain. This is a rustic round from my shop. I love these rounds, y'all. They are so great. 16 inches, so perfect for a door hanger. They come with a hole already in them, and they're not super thick, so they don't beat up your door. And basically, these are the only ones that I buy anymore because they're great. They're good quality and they're lightweight. They're not super heavy. I have had a door round on my door that was just really heavy and it knocks around all the time. Now this one, whenever you do hang this one on your door, it will move around, okay? But it's not going to be so stinking heavy. Hi Karen, hi Elizabeth, hey Jan, welcome ladies. So I thought I could paint this without making a mess, but I'm gonna just not worry about it, I guess. I've been trying real hard not to be messy on this, on my self-healing work mat, because this is the new one that I bought whenever I moved into my shed. Like, oh, I'm gonna keep this one super clean. Well, it's got paint all over it, and every night whenever I paint, I do try to be good and use cardboard or something, but I'm not always. Okay, so I'm just gonna paint this one real fast so that it can get to drying while we're working on the rest of this project, because there's several pieces to this, and I think y'all are gonna like this one. Okay. Alright. Alright, so I did leave a little bit of the wood grain to show on this. So I'm going to just, oh gosh, try to switch that out, let that sit for a minute over there. And let's see if I can not get paint all over the place. Oh gosh. I do have like a ton of ribbon over here too, so I'm trying not to spread paint all over. Hi Autumn, welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Okay, so these are the letters that spell out Mary and some little ornaments. And I also have some wreath pieces, okay? So we're gonna have to do this in stages. I thought I was gonna use pesto on these letters, but now that I'm looking at it, I think I want to use forest. I don't know. This is a last second change, okay? But I think forest is going to be nice on here. That's way too thick. So again, I'm just using my little makeup sponge. I love it for this. It works so good. Hi Tammy, how are ya? Thanks for joining me. All right. So you can comment the word Mary to get the stuff to make this, okay? This cutout set comes with quite a few pieces. It comes with the 3 ornaments and the wreath part, okay, for the door hanger, and the word Mary, and it's got like an outline on it too, so it's sort of layered. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. Alright. Trying not to make this too thick on here because it doesn't have to be that thick. But my forest paste is really, really creamy. And so it's sort of hard to grab just a little bit of it. So I kind of need to spread it out once I put it on here, I guess. Or I probably should have tapped some of it off, maybe. I don't know. A color tray would probably be good. Who knows, y'all? I don't know what I'm doing here. Hi, Brenda. How are ya? Welcome. So, y'all, I got a text message from the, showing people saying that somebody wanted to schedule a showing for next Wednesday. And I thought at first it said today, which was fine. And it was going to be within 30 minutes. Which, I was like, okay, it's go time, you know? And then I look closer and it says next Wednesday. So I'm thinking that maybe whoever it is, I guess they live out of town or something. And they're coming in to look at houses. So maybe they're going to live my house and put an offer in on it. Y'all, I would love to have an offer next week. And before Thanksgiving, I would really love to have something settled just so that I can really start shopping before the holidays really hit, you know, so that I can have all of that locked in. And my moving company came out and gave me a quote, and he gave me the employee discount because of the company that I work for. So that's awesome, because they are our moving company that we use. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Hi, Joanne. Aren't they so cute? Yeah, you're going to love this one. Hi, Stephanie. How are ya? So, anywho, I'm getting closer and closer to being able to move. Really getting excited, y'all. I'm so ready to just be near my family and also far enough away that, you know, not every second of my life will be family time, but also close enough to where I can do that if I want to, you know? Hi, Carolyn. My day was great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? I hope you had a nice day too. Okay. Trying to avoid getting fingerprints all over these if I possibly can. Okay. So, move this up a little bit. Okay. We're getting there. I think I might want to do another coat on those letters. I'm going to move this a little bit over so I don't get green on it. I'm really liking this color though. I love this forest green. No, not yet. We've only had one showing, and the lady that was looking at it, I guess it was a little too above her price range, or at the top end of their price range. So, that's fine. But this other request came in for next Wednesday. So, hoping that I get something more before then. But even if not, it's actually working out perfect because I'm having company in this weekend. My mom and her sister and her cousin are coming in, and my cousin are coming in. And I really, I don't need any showings this weekend. I have my craft event coming up on Saturday, and I'm going to be super busy. My house is not dirty or anything, but I do have a few things that have been laying around. Although I did get sick of the floor today, and I finally just mopped and swept the whole house this afternoon because I couldn't stand it anymore. And I've been keeping up with laundry. Y'all wouldn't even recognize me anymore, okay? I don't even know who I am. But I'm folding clothes directly out of the dryer. I don't know who I am. Making my bed every day, that has been really nice. I think that's probably something that I'm going to continue doing because I'm really liking how it makes my room just feel put together, like an adult lives here. Because my room is one room that is always spotless and immaculate 24/7. Yeah, me too. I love this color green. See if I can. Even if, you know, there's chalk couture stuff in the living room or in the kitchen, and stuff like that, because I do a lot of packaging, and whenever I get my orders in, I usually unbox them in the kitchen and then bring them out here. And so my kitchen table usually has chalk couture stuff on it. And so my bedroom and my bathroom are always spotlessly, like, perfectly clean. Never anything out of place in there. But with my bed made, it just makes all the difference. I love it. Hi, Evelyn. How are you? All right. So, yeah, I think that's one habit that I'm going to continue, because I really do like it, and it's not difficult to do. It's literally like 2 minutes and it's done. And Chris is so funny. I don't know if I told y'all, but he's started, whenever he gets up in the morning, he gets up way earlier than I do. So he's started actually, like, making his side of the bed whenever he gets up and leaves. And, like, I mean, I have to redo it anyways, but I just think it's really funny and cute that he tries to keep his stuff in order too, because he knows how I am. And plus, with all the potential of showings constantly, it makes it less that I have to do, you know? If we can just keep everything, like, tidy all the time. Okay, so those letters are gonna look awesome. I already painted the parts that, like, the edges of these. I already painted those black before I started. And then I have these little ornaments that I wanted to do too. So I pulled out some other paste, and let me show you this. So this is one of the little makeup sponges that I already used. I used this with acrylic paint, so I just let it dry. I just sliced off that much off of it, the dried up part, and now we're good as new to go again with a whole new color. That is the great thing about using acrylic paints with these makeup sponges, is that you can easily just let them dry and chop off that end. With paste, I've been washing them, just roughly washing them, not really doing a great job with it, but they don't dry up like that with the paste, because it is washable. So that kind of makes it a little difficult. And then, like, if you're going to use it again and you've used it with paste, I try to either stick with a darker color or the same, or like same color family at least. Because I found the other day, I think I used one with white, it kind of left a little bit of a haze from the previous color that I had used with it. So, but with acrylic paint, I just cut it off. And so there's my first little Christmas bulb. I am going to paint the top of it silver, I think. I have my silver paste that I was going to use. And then now I've kind of, I wasn't going to use candy apple, but we're going to now. So I have this one, and like I said, I'll use a similar color. See if I can, hold on, let me get a stir stick. Okay. Oh, this one is so nearly dried out. I really just probably need to use this for painting and not paste, like, with the squeegee, because it's so hard to spread, because I've worked with it open so much. So if you are going to use your paste to paint with, you might not want to do this whole top of the lid trick, because the longer it sits open, the more likely you have it to dry out. I mean, it's almost to the end of life anyways. It's not like it's full and it's gone bad or anything, but use a little plate or a color tray or something if you want to do that. I mean, I use the lids all the time and it works fine, but I also have the AC blasting in here most of the time. So I don't think that helps. Plus it's like the vent is right there. Not very far from me. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. And then let us, so I was going to do the last one white. And of course I have the white and some Shimmer Frost because you know me. Hi, Mariana. Yeah, I got you. I know. I've been struggling to work on getting my event ready, but I do have that on my list of things to do. Okay. All right, let me grab another one. So we'll use a fresh one because we're using white. And this is New-ish paste. Oh my gosh. So let me just, y'all, I'm a mess, okay? I'm telling you. I am a mess over here. Everything is like, all the time. Just running from one thing to the next, I swear. Okay. All right, that's perfect. And then I want to move these so that I can do my leaves really fast. All right, so we're gonna do the leaves with pesto for sure. Okay, so let me grab one more new one. Oof. I went in way too heavy with that. But use my little detail tool and just clean that out. Let's see if we can loosen some of this up just a little. There we go. All right. And you can go over this as many times as you want to get more and more full coverage. I do like using our paste just because it's easy. It's washable. You can use many, many colors and not have to have different paint colors for everything. I do use a lot of regular paints though too, just depending on what I'm trying to do and what I actually have available to me, because I don't have a whole ton of paint colors. I mostly depend on chalk paste. Okay. But I did kind of, it's a little bit splotchy, which I'm sort of liking that because it gives it that leafy type vibe. So kind of digging that. And these makeup sponges are the way to go to get a kind of natural looking and not paint strokes. You know what I mean? I know, me too. I do too, Joni. I find every excuse I can to use pesto, which is funny because I never really liked this color at all. I've never really been a big green fan. And my entire life, my mom has been obsessed with green to the point that she always has to paint walls green. She painted she had her house remodeled and painted the inside of her house green, this like seafoam looking color, which isn't bad. It's not a bad color. But I'm just not into green really. But I really love this color and I end up using it a lot. A lot more than I would expect to use green when I'm not really a fan of it. But I do love this color. And it's kind of a different green too, which I like. It's not so much like a grassy green, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I do love it too. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that with one layer. I don't think it needs to be any more than that. I do want to come back, clean myself up a little bit. And, where am I? Let's see. So I'm going to just use a paintbrush with a little bit of Shimmer Frost on my white ornament here, okay? Just to give it that little bit of sparkle. As I believe all ornaments should have. And then I need to grab my silver. I was opening my drawer a second ago, not knowing what I was looking for, but now I know. I need to get my silver to do the rest of these, the little metal part on them. Then my ornaments will be ready. We can do the rest of the round and put this whole baby together. Okay. Alright, this is Shimmer Silver. It is, I think, going to be perfect for this. I'm just using this like short little brush here. And I mean, these don't have, this part doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to probably be covering this area up anyways. But in the case that I don't cover it up, I want it to be silver. But I think my bow and everything's going to cover this up, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about it. But you can never be too prepared, you know? Alright, so there's those little guys. Now, I think we have everything here painted. So let's talk about this rustic round and what we're going to do with it. So, let me see if I can move this. Where to, I do not know. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know where to move it to, but I think that'll work for now. Oops. Now, we're going to use this transfer. It's called Comfort and Joy. It came back, it unpaused, which means that it went unavailable last winter after Christmas was over. And now it is back for a limited amount of time for Christmas designs for us to use. So I am going to wax this, okay? And here's what I want to do. I don't want to do this entire thing with this transfer on it, okay? I think I want to do about 3/4 of it. Yeah, just where it will fit, because this is not the whole, this is a D size, but it's not the entire transfer. Hi Janelle, how are ya? So I'm just going to wax. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I just turn on my glue gun before I forget. Wax this entire thing from about 3/4 of the way down. And I like that I didn't paint it to where it's, oh, well, I'll be thinking about him and about you. And I hope everything went well. I didn't paint this to where you couldn't see the wood grain on it. I really like it whenever you can see the wood grain. That is one thing about these, is that they are real wood that I really like. So try to maintain that wherever I can. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try my very best to not get this transfer stuck to itself, which I've done a couple of times before in front of you. But we're gonna try our best to not do that tonight. So I'm just taking this off of here, trying to anyway, just a little bit at a time, and I'm gonna stick it right there on my fuzzing cloth, and then unravel the rest of it, just like that. And I didn't even cut this one, I just left it together, but this part does come off if you want to remove it, if you want to cut it apart. Okay, now I want to fuzz this. I've used it, I think once last year I used it, maybe more. But I'm going to fuzz it a couple of times just to be good. Okay, so now I want this to be straight, obviously. I hope that's obvious. All right. So I'm going to try and find a good place, and I think I have a good place right here. Now we are going to put words on here and our little wreath. Ooh. You know, that's not a horrible idea, Deborah. I will pass that along and see what they say. All right. So I'm just going and I'm kind of trying to feel around on here, make sure I don't have any bubbles. But remember, I am going to be putting down some words over this. So if I have an issue where I bleed or something like that, it's not going to be like the end of the world, okay? Even if I didn't have anything going on over this, I could easily just take a sanding block and kind of buff it out a little bit. Hi Anita, how are ya? And add a little, you know, just distress it, okay? If all else fails, just distress it, and that will help you. So we're going to use Shimmer Crimson tonight. And I'm going to grab, this is a small squeegee. I say small, but it's kind of a running joke in my mind that this is considered small. But I'm just going to go from top to bottom with this Shimmer Crimson and use what's on the lid first. Now this is a shimmer, so it's not going to dry as fast, but I still want to not dilly-dally, okay? I don't want it to dry in my transfer, but I also don't want to rush, okay? Now if I was using a regular matte paste color, I would want to probably do paste and peel, okay? So I would go along and get, you know, part of the design and then pull it up and continue on. But since this is shimmer, it's going to take it a little bit of extra time to dry. So I think I'm probably safe. Okay. Hopefully. I have had shimmer dry in my transfer before. It wasn't a great situation that I got into. This one is one of my favorites too. And that's another, this is another one. I'm not a red person, okay? I do not like red. And I use more Candy Apple and Shimmer Crimson than probably any other color, so I don't know. Like, my mom's been helping me look at houses, and I told her already, don't send me a house with red brick. Unless if it's literally the last house on earth, that it's the only one left. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about making her do a live for me, actually. I was thinking about it already, trying to talk her into that. Okay, so let me show y'all where we are now. So this looks amazing, and I do have a little bubble right here and another little issue over here, but that's not a big deal, okay? This looks perfect to me, all right? Now, I don't have any issues with any of this. I do have a couple little spots. I'm not worried about it, okay? So you don't be worried about it. Don't get down on yourself if you don't think your stuff is perfect, because I never do, okay? My stuff is garbage most of the time, in my opinion. Now, you guys probably maybe don't think that. I don't know. But just remember that, okay? Because I look at the projects that y'all send me, and I think that they're awesome. So don't be so hard on yourself is my point. Alright, now I want to make sure this is really good and dry, okay, before we move on. Because we're going to start putting this all together now. This looks really great though. The shimmer in this Shimmer Crimson is so pretty. And I wonder if I can hang it on my door while I'm trying not to decorate it all for Christmas this year, which usually, I don't do a whole lot of decorating anyways in my house. But I think this one might be a winner for my door. Hi, Alma, how are ya? Yeah, like none of this is dry yet, so I wouldn't have had a problem drying in the transfer or anything like that. Now, some of my other colors, my Shimmer Olive is it's pretty done for. I probably need to change it out for a new one. That one would probably dry up before I have this thing pulled off of here. While that's going on, I learned how to make a new bow. Okay, so I have lots of ribbon right here, okay? These are each almost a yard long, okay? So I did 2 strips of each of these, 4 different colors. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather this up just like that, okay? And then I'm going to take another one. And I hope I'm doing this right. And then I'm going to do another one. I think that's right. Okay. This might be a little bit too big, too long, but that's okay. It'll be fine. So, and you can do as many different colors as you want, or like patterns or whatever. I wanted to try and keep these somewhat, and I realized I didn't have any like true Christmas ones. Prints besides like these few red. So that kind of made me a little sad to realize, but that's okay, I guess. Now, Okay, so there's that bow, all right? And then I have my little zip tie. Yes, the Houston area, so like Conroe and Magnolia, Montgomery, that's where I'm looking. But yes, very near future, we will be back in Texas as soon as we can sell this house, or as soon as I can get a decent offer on it, and we get through the inspection period, then I'll fly down and go pick which house I end up wanting. Okay, so now we have all of this going on at the bottom, and it's way too much. I should have probably cut those each in half, but you know, I didn't, so I could actually... Really? Are you serious? You could totally do this, Michelle. But yeah, I would love to. I am going to trim them just a little. Okay, now I'm wasting a ton of ribbon doing this, and I'm just cringing really bad. I should have also trimmed my... I should have done a lot of things, okay? But I didn't, so that's fine. But yeah, I could totally make you one of these. Super easy. Just make a couple loops and get yourself a zip tie, honey. Oh my gosh. I mean, I would love to make you one. Send me a message. All right. All right, let's trim these up. And I mean, I'm not even doing the tails perfectly or anything. I'm just kind of doing it. I really should have done this before I put them together, but that's okay that I didn't. Okay, now that all my tails are trimmed, now I can take it and start arranging all of these and kind of fluffing them up so that the bottom is flat and spreading them out. Okay, with that zip tie, it'll allow you to pull on this a little bit because it holds it really tight. Okay, you're not going to find that with, like, if you were to use like a piece of rope or jute or something like that, or even like wire. You're not going to find that same situation. Okay, so just, oops, don't completely fluff them. I mean, unfluff them, but you want the bottom to be flat, okay? And for all of these to be spread out so your colors are different and your bow is real fluffy, okay? So that turned out pretty good for the first time. Yes, I do. I also buy ribbons sometimes from Amazon, but most of my stuff comes from Hobby Lobby. But whenever I get back to Houston, I plan on getting a Costco membership because I've heard that they have good ribbon. And I would like to venture into that and see how that works out for me. Or even Sam's. I think Costco is probably more my style. Just because, I don't know why. I've never really shopped at Costco, but I would be willing to get that membership just to get huge rolls of ribbon. Okay, so this is dry-ish. I say that as soon as I stick my finger in a part that's not quite dry. But yeah, all the ribbon that I just used is from Hobby Lobby. And I like to only buy it when it's on sale. Don't go over there and spend money on ribbon when it's not half off, because the next week it will be half off. So just wait for that, okay? I have made that mistake myself, and it is heartbreaking when you have that many rolls of ribbon, and it's very expensive. Okay, so let's start just putting this all together and seeing how it's all going to look together first, and then we can space it out, figure out where everything's going to go. Okay, and this looks great. Okay, all of these fit perfect in here, and then we're going to have to glue all this down, but I just want to see how it's all going to work out first. Okay. I love that forest green. So then, this is my vision, okay? Hopefully it makes sense to everyone else too. And this is what I was saying about the bow being covering up some of this stuff. So I do want to put it there, but I do need to add a hanger on here. I don't know that I'm going to use these ornaments this time though. I might not. And I'm wondering if this might be better served going downwards. And I think it might. I think I'm going to leave the ornaments off this time though and just use my bow. What do y'all think about that? Or do we do ornaments and no bow? I don't know. Maybe I'll send you this bow, Michelle. I don't know about the ornaments. I don't think we need them. So, that's what I'm thinking. Oh gosh. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead with the words. Thank you, Joni. And I'm going to do the outline first. Okay, so I need to move all of this out of here now that I have it sitting down. Okay. And then, yeah, so all of the Christmas ribbon will be included in that, 60% off, which is great. And then whenever ribbon itself is on sale, then like all the regular ribbons will be on sale too. And that's when I like to go. Now, whenever they have like, you know, the specific seasonal ribbons on sale, I do grab those always. But I like everyday ribbons too, so that I can get a nice, have something for all the time, which I know probably most of you don't need half the ribbon that I do, but I use ribbon constantly. Pretty much every project almost. Okay, so You might want to use a different kind of glue depending on your front door. Okay, if you have a door that's going to get hit by a lot of sunlight, highly recommend you use like E6000 or any other glue, okay? Because mine does not have any sunlight on it directly, so I don't have an issue where stuff's going to fall off of my signs, okay? But if you do, then easy fix. All you got to do is just use a different glue, okay? But definitely think about that whenever you are making any kind of door signs or door signs for other people, okay? Because you don't want to make something for someone and then have it not work because of that. Okay, so I gotta see where this thing goes before I can. I think I probably need to do this one first. This one. Isn't this cute? Yeah, I think so. So I was thinking about doing some giveaways for each week of Black Friday. Okay, like, because all of the Black Friday deals, you have to go on my website and order them. Now, obviously, I'm still going to be doing live, so I'll have my daily deal and all that stuff. But for the other sales for Black Friday every week, there will be a new one. So I was thinking about doing a drawing each week for everyone that went on my website for that week and place an order, no matter the size. I would do a drawing and send you something awesome. So, if you saw something that you love, don't forget the Black Friday stuff is going away. So it will not last. It will be gone after Sunday. And all of those transfers and stuff that you saw, all the sales, will be replaced with new things. So don't wait on it. If you saw something that you love, make sure that you grab them. This project is a lot. And I'm a little... The colors are kind of bugging me. Because I like this, I really like the color of these letters, but this ribbon is not really, I don't feel like it super goes with it, but I think it'll be okay. I don't know. It's a lot of red. And then we have, and I could probably spread this out too because this bow is so enormous. And yeah, I'm going to definitely spread those out. So let me just glue these. And I'm not going to put glue all over these. I'm going to just do like some of the end tendrils and the bigger part of the base of it. Okay, and then... But yeah, I'm really liking this one too. Thank you, Alma. I'm glad you like it. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I also have one that says Hanukkah on it, or Happy Hanukkah. So if you are Jewish, or if you know someone that is, and they don't celebrate Christmas, obviously, I have a Hanukkah one too that I need to cut out and post in my VIP. Because I do know that I have some people that would be interested in that, I think. Okay, yeah, I'm loving this too, and how it's like layered. Look how pretty that is, even without the bow or anything else yet. Okay, so now I've got my little bow ready, and I can always like fluff it up a little bit more. But now I have the flat end here. I'm just going to throw some glue on this baby. And a lot of it. Okay, and set it right down. Probably go and add a little bit more glue. Once I have it down, to be sure, okay? And then up here too, but you can refluff it. And whenever you go to store this, my mom always, for these big bows that she always had for Christmas, she would always take like some tissue paper and put it in the this bow part, okay, to keep it from completely crushing the bow. All right, now I guess I could keep it turned. So there's that, okay, and then you know I love this little rope. I use this on all of my door hangers, I swear. I do not make a door hanger that I don't use this on, I don't think. So let's trim this down a little bit. I'm gonna try and double it. I do like it to be doubled so that it's extra strong. And then tie myself a little knot here. And I mean, I am double knotting it, but I don't even really have to do that. Oops. But I'm gonna just take that and I'm gonna take it to the back and do like I always do and glue it to the back right here so that my bow, that little knot that I tied doesn't come undone. And so my hanger just stays right in place, okay? Yes, it's part of the, so the Mary, this part, and the greenery are both a cutout. And they come in the same, they come together. So whenever you comment Mary, that, you'll get the link for that. And for the rest of this, for the rustic round, and for that Comfort and Joy that we did the background down here. Okay, so here's that, and I think that turned out pretty good. What do y'all think? I hope you love it. And I'm not used to these bows, but I'm loving that too. So let me see if I can. Anyway, I'm glad to hear that you like it. I hope that you do. Thank you so much. And you can comment Mary to get all the stuff to make this, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful night tonight and get lots of rest. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're almost to Friday. End of the week is almost here, y'all, so we can hang on a couple more days. Have a great night. I love y'all.